IEEE 1588 uses a specific terminology for terminal and network devices. Before I introduce this terminology, let me just briefly say what we mean by terminal and network devices. A computer network is obviously made up of a set of computers interconnected by a network, where the network itself is made up of some devices that provide the connectivity. The devices that only have a single communication link and are interconnected by the network are called terminal devices. On the other hand, the devices inside the network that provide the connectivity are called network devices. This is just general network terminology. Now, since PTP is about clock synchronization, some of the terminal devices will need to have clocks. And they will have to execute specific PTP functionality. What's interesting is that it is not only the terminal devices which execute PTP-specific functionality, but if high precision is desired for the clock synchronization, then it is also some of the network devices which have such PTP functionality. Specifically, there are two different types of network devices that can provide PTP functionality. There are devices which themselves contain clocks which can be synchronized or be the source of synchronization for other clocks. And there are network devices that measure and communicate to the other devices the latencies they introduce when forwarding PTP messages. Okay, now to the IEEE 1588 specific terminology. First of all, any device that contains a clock is itself called a clock. So for instance, this terminal device is called a clock, just like this device is called a clock and this one is called a clock. The same is also true for network devices. So this network device is called a clock and this one is also called a clock. To distinguish between clocks that are terminal devices and clocks that are network devices, different terms are used for them. Clocks that are terminal devices are called ordinary clocks. On the other hand, clocks that are network devices are called boundary clocks. Regarding a network device that measures and communicates latencies, such a device is called a transparent clock. Finally, terminal devices which are not synchronizing with others, or network devices with no specific PTP functionality, such as ordinary switches or hubs, or routers, access points, whatever, do not have any specific name in the IEEE 1588 standard.